Okay, let's catch up. Over the past few months, we've taken what used to be an oversized sitting room, which eventually became our glorified storage space, and completely transformed it. We stripped out every bit of old plasterboard, fixed some pretty serious structural issues, removed the windows, and even carved out brand new openings. Outside, we finally tackled that glass balustrade we always hated, and everything is really starting to take shape out there too. Inside, we built a full wall of IKEA kitchen units, framed all the internal walls, and Borja managed to install every plasterboard panel by himself. We added brick to the new chimney for a more authentic feel, and thank you to everyone who hit the hype button on the last episode. It genuinely helped. Since then, we've added brickwork arches to the exterior, had the entire space professionally plastered, and tiled the whole open plan floor. So now we're finally ready for the finishing touches. Let's start the episode finishing off the flooring. So I'm currently working on the architraves here, so we haven't put any on yet. What our plan is to do like a Georgian chunky architrave, but with normal architraves, if that makes sense. So here's what I did earlier. So what we're doing is, look how chunky it is. It projects out so far. So we're doing a chunky wood, then a normal architrave, and then what I'm thinking of doing is adding another little bead going down there, but I might not, I don't know. We'll paint it up and see first. The weather keeps changing as well, which is really annoying because I'm cutting outside now, so it can absolutely pour down, so I have to take all the equipment in and then I bring it out again. I'm just hoping to just get them all in so that tomorrow Borja's got a day off. Day off from work, and he has to work on the house. So I want to get him to fill and paint and do all that jazz, but they've got to be installed first. We're doing it bit by bit because these sections aren't dry yet, so we don't want to seal them until they're dried out more. So we're just working on the section that has dried out. We are getting there with the room. Borja's exhausted. We are just doing the last little coats of paint on the certain areas. We've still got that arch to do, but you've got to be in the right headspace to do it, I think. It's looking ever so lovely. So whilst we might not show this on Instagram, we are always working in a weird way. So we've created this section, sealed, but we're still waiting for these tiles to dry. Now we're starting on fitting the island, and our sofa comes in the morning, so we're going to get the rug down as well, ready for that.
We are receiving our sofa for the open plan, and it's huge. I don't think it's enough feet.
Wow. This is basically a reflector plate. So when you have the fire on, it warms up this element and then it reflects the heat back out. But it's actually just, for us, because we're not having it working, it's just a detail at the back of the fire grate. Ow.
Ow, I'm catching my fingers.
On what?
On... Ah!
Welcome to the open plan space. You'd think we've completed it totally, but we haven't. This is just half of it that we've done. And even at this point, we've still got loads more to add. But we're starting to enjoy the space a bit more now we've got the sitting area in here. I mean, we are having to take it out and back in again when we're doing the works, but it's really coming together. I think like most people, you kind of just keep adding things, don't you, over time until you like it, and then you take things away that you're not too sure of. And that's kind of where we're at the moment, but it's really working well for us. So we've got this great comfy seating area, which we don't have to fluff the cushions up, which is a huge bonus for us. It's defined this space now as a cozy nook within a bigger area. Now, we kept talking about what we're going to do with this TV and the picture frame and all that sort of stuff, and then we never really showed you what happened. So in the end, we did decide to use one of the Samsung frame TVs. So this is artwork, and we'll switch it on, and obviously it's our TV. It's just a little bit more practical for us. It doesn't mean that in the future we can't come up with a different solution, because it's set back into the wall. We could easily cover it with something, but now Borja loves it, he's sold, and that's all that matters. So I think it's probably gonna stay like that. The fire, we have tried so hard to get it working. We got a specialist in to see if we can get a flue somehow to get it to work, but it was just gonna make the outside look really ugly. So maybe in the future when we build that brick chimney that will go on the side, we can get it to work. But for now, it is just a beautiful open fire with a cast iron grate, and I think it looks quite smart. I hope you like how it's forming. As a family space, it's just working so perfectly for us, and Dante absolutely loves it. So let's do a breakaway now from all this renovation, and we went to Spain last week to celebrate Borja's cousin's wedding, and the Spanish don't do anything by halves when it comes to weddings.
we are on our way to do a little day trip, and we're going to Mijas Pueblo. It's only like 30 minutes away from Malaga, and we're gonna take Danteo because he needs to be out and about, you know, using his energy.
Hi, we're gonna go for a walk. Yeah. Walk, 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 walk. It's a new morning, and I'm going to get back to trying to fit together the island units today. I'm going to flip it around and show you. So we assembled all the main cupboards yesterday, and now I've got to screw them all together, get them level, because the floor isn't perfectly level, so I'm going to do that. Danteo is busy playing with cups, and I'm installing the island. I've got a few complex little bits of things I need to get done today. In particular, I want to get the sink and the dishwasher in place. So what we've got so far is a child that's emptying out all the cupboards that I've just filled. Thank you for that, Danteo. And we've just got the framework in the basic framework of where the island's going to go. This is just the main structure. And then what we'll do is we'll add our layers, add our skirting board, add our side bits, add our overhang, add our legs and doors. But I've got some technical bits to sort out today, which is mainly the wastewater and electric. So in here, I've already done the waste, which comes perfectly at the back of the sink, which is great. And then I've got this issue here. So unfortunately, we didn't, I don't know if you can hear, but Danteo is being very noisy with his cups. Yeah, we didn't plan it very well. The water comes out exactly where the dishwasher is, which is not good because your dishwasher kind of slides in and out when you need to maintain it. So what I'm going to have to do is try and bend this down and then put like a frame that the dishwasher can sit on and then slide in and out on, so it doesn't affect this, and then I'll run it into where the sink is. So this is the little platform I've made, which will hide all the pipes and still allow us to slide out the dishwasher if we need to for maintenance. I've got the dishwasher in, the sink in, we've got our worker just putting things in the bin for us. Thank you, Danteo, that's really useful. Oh, no, he's decided it's recycling. There we go, lovely. Okay, so this is the old kitchen, but to not panic us too much, we're gonna cover it over for now and we'll return to it in the future. This will be that's so interesting. This will eventually be our dining room, which will have double doors going through, but we just want to focus on just getting all these spaces perfect first. So we're going to cover it over and we'll return to this in a year's time. So yeah. I have finally got Borja to help me on the island because I've been doing it all by myself.
Which is true. He's been doing it all by himself. Therefore, there's absolutely no videos and no footage because he forgets that we have social media, and then somehow I have to
Magic something up.
Yeah.
That's his job. My job is to install the island. So to explain what I've been doing since I last recorded, I built the entire island. I've installed the hob. So the hob is in, I think we got some few recordings. It's got a downdraft extraction, but this was the compromise to this island. We couldn't vent it out because of the underfloor heating and the basement and stuff like that. There was no way of being able to get it outside the house.
No, I think hang on, Dean. I think that this video is more about what we're going to do next. Why? Because I feel like we can do a finish when it's finished and then explain the compromises that we've done.
So since the last video, I've installed a hob, I've installed a set of sockets, and I've installed Borja's hot tap, which was the most important thing for him because he has a cup of tea every 3 seconds. So
I'm more British than he is.
Yes. Today, I've got Borja helping me.
We're teaming up.
Finally. We're installing this trim around the edge to finish off the MDF, then ready for the quartz to go on. We're also putting these side panels on, and we've got to go to the shops because we've got to get a piece of wood that goes round here. And I don't know if you can see, I don't know if I'm out of shot. These are the legs we're going to be putting in on either end. And I also thought to elevate, let me get around to this side. To elevate that detail, I thought we could replicate the desk that we've got in the study. You probably don't even know, so you'll have to go and have a look. That detail on the edge because it looks quite nice. And then we've got to put a skirting detail all the way around as well. I just want to get to a point where it's ready to almost paint, but we are missing the doors on that side, and I don't know if we need to make them. So most kitchen units, most modern kitchen units have a plinth that goes underneath, which is great because your feet stand underneath it and whatnot. But with traditional units, they have a skirting board detail. But the skirting board detail projects out a little bit more than the door itself. So for us, we found the easiest way to do it is to buy a piece of stud and then fix it, you can see here, fix it underneath and fix it to the projection of where the door is going to be. And then all you have to do then is fit your skirting board to that. Because the IKEA units are so low, the plinths are so low, they're only 9 centimeters, this is all we need. But if you are going for if you're using higher plinths, I would suggest using much bigger timbers that are like that. But yeah, this will be enough for us to fix our skirting board to. That will be visible, but we'll sand that, fill it and paint it the same color as the skirting board. And then the door will fit there. So all we're doing really is creating a frame that goes all the way round and will fit the doors within. I mean, to me it sounds simple, but some people may not say it's simple, but I think it's simple. Hang on, don't be too confident. You haven't even checked to see if it's going to fit. We've got this beautiful detail in, and then this, imagine this is going to be the quartz. Excuse me, what? So the quartz is going to come out to about there. So it's a detail that no one's going to see, but we know it's there. So we're going to have the quartz on like that, and then this leg is going to go down here. Now the leg is a little bit longer than it needs to be, And that's what I need
It's
to
always better if it's longer. Because you can always cut it down.
Yeah.
It's going to look so good. Oh, look at that. Oh.
I've got something else to show you, but I've got to get the camera. Come around to the other side.
To the other side.
So I've changed my mind.
Oh dear.
Even though I don't like visible drawers, I think it ruins the kind of the aesthetic of these panels. Practicality, it's much nicer, isn't it? So I'm thinking of changing these ones to
both
drawers. No, just the one.
This one.
I wasn't originally going to do it because I thought like two doors, and then center. But this doesn't read like the same, does it? Because it's shorter because of the sink. So I think we can get away with it.
Drawers, cupboard.
Yeah, so
cupboard.
it's like these are the bookends, the cupboard bookends.
Yeah.
So I was thinking drawers there. I'll leave that as a cupboard because I think it works fine as a cupboard.
Yeah. I think I want to change these knobs.
That's what I was going to change the knobs or change the position.
Change the knobs.
I was thinking changing the position. Yeah, I regret putting them there. It looks a little bit modern.
It's just because you have now shown me a different type of pull handle that I really like.
I've shown him these beautiful handles that are about £100 a piece from
really nice.
DeVol. They're lovely. Can we warrant buying 8? Because that's how many we need.
Hype the video and maybe we can buy one.
But it's very heavy.
Oh my goodness, that looks
Yeah.
really good. That looks so good.
We're in the process of adding the skirting now. This skirting board is the skirting board we've used everywhere. Can you see over here?
Can we just say as well, this skirting board is a replica made from the original skirting boards that we found in the manor house in the main estate. We had a company that completely replicate them. And then we are cutting them shorter, but that's the same as that one.
That's what I was saying, honey. I was really interrupted. Yeah, so we're just cutting them shorter than what their normal height is over there. But it just really finishes, it really grounds the island, which is lovely. So what we're going to do is it's going to wrap all the way around.
have a pencil.
But this is the first time Borja's helping me with the skirting board. I've done the entire house all by myself because he hates with a passion.
Because I used to do it, and I used to never get the
mitre cuts. Yeah,
the cuts, no.
But it's much easier doing a mitre cut on a shorter skirting board than it is a taller one.
Yeah, because it's squarer.
I'm saying that we haven't done them yet, but hopefully it'll come out good. But I'm very excited. Kind of liking the vibe. If that was like oak, having them open with baskets, it would have been good, wouldn't it? If it was oak
toys,
or painted, yeah. So Borja is working on putting some tape on the edges. What we found is this melamine is much harder for it to adhere to the paint.
We're getting very close. We're gonna start priming now. What we do is we have now filled and sanded. We're gonna prime it because that is a way of seeing it more uniform, and then we can sort of fill and carry on like that before we put the final color. So the primer we're going to be using is a colored primer. There's nothing to do with the finished color we will be doing. And we are going to be...
The reason why is because we just had some spare.
Yeah, we had some spare. And we're going to be doing a bonus episode of how to paint IKEA doors, because we get asked a lot, and I think that you will love that. It will be a few minutes, and it's all our tips that we have learned over the years to make sure that all of any cupboard is very
resilient
and durable.
It doesn't scratch and fall off straight away the second you paint it.
Yeah, exactly. But let's get on with the priming.
I'm not taking any credit for this. Borja's idea was to hang them in a Christmas tree, but a follower actually said they'd be perfect to hang over a hook. One for Borja, one for Danteo. Look, is that your name? No! Is it not? We really hope you enjoyed this episode. We've got so much more coming up. Christmas is just around the corner, and we've still got to show you so much of the open plan, and then we've got to dress the house for Christmas, and we've been doing stuff on the outside. There's just so much. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this episode. Just like, subscribe, do all that jazz, and we'll see you next week.